we are told to add these two numbers, alright? Logarithm of 25 and logarithm of 125. They are both in base 5, alright? So applying the product rule, we are going to have what? Log of base 5 of the two numbers are going to multiply. 25 times 125. Alright? Now I want to make things a bit easier for myself, especially as I don't have a calculator and I do not know how to express this. I can decide to simplify them right on from here. Alright? Now 25 is the same thing as 5 raised to the power 2, right? And also 125 is the same thing as 5 raised to the power 3. Alright? So from log of indices, since they are of the same base, I can simply add up their powers. Alright? So this is going to give me logarithm of in base 5 of 5 raised to the power 2 plus 3, which is 5 raised to the power 5. Alright? So I have a power, right? So I can apply the power rule by taking this 5 to the back, which is 5 of logarithm of 5 in base 5. And using the identity rule, since the base and the number here are the same, everything here is equal to 1. So this is 5 times 1, which is 5. That is how easy it is to solve questions in logarithm. As I mentioned in my previous video, you might think logarithms is difficult, but when you know the rules, you'll be able to understand better how to solve each and every question. Alright? Now let's solve at least one more question under the product rule. Now let's go with numbers that have a base of 6. Alright? So these two numbers are in base 6 and they are multiplying. So logarithm of 36 and logarithm of 6 adding up in base 6. This will give me, according to the product rule, log in base 6 of the two numbers to multiply. Alright? Now you can either use the method I used in the last example, whereby I just simplify them, or you can go ahead and multiply them. You'll get the same answer. Alright? Because this is the same thing as 216. In the end, you will still end up reducing that 216 to 6 raised to the power 3. Alright? Or you can just go ahead from here and represent 36 as 6 raised to the power 2, and you represent 6 as 6 raised to the power 1. So since they are multiplying, their powers will add 2 plus 1. This is the same thing as logarithm in base 6 of 6 raised to the power 2 plus 1 is 3. Alright? So whatever method you choose, if you choose to use it in indices form, or you choose to break this down, what I mean is this. Logarithm in base 6 of this is 216. Alright? And then when you are breaking 216 down, 216 is the same thing as 6 times 6 times 6, which is also 6 raised to the power 3. So no matter the method you choose, you will always end up here. Alright? So we have logarithm in base 6 of 6 raised to the power 3. We can then apply the power rule. So the power rule tells me to take this power to the back. That will be 3 log 6 in base 6. Alright? According to the identity rule, all of this is equal to 1, because once the base and the number are the same, it's equals to 1. So this is the same thing as 3 times 1, which is 3. So that is how easy it is to perform calculations using the product rule, or as I said earlier, some people call it the addition rule. So feel free to call it whatever you want to call it, but that is another rule of logarithm we've just solved. Alright? So can you try to solve some examples on your own? Can you try and add some numbers on your own? These two numbers are in base 4 and they are adding up. Alright? Now, these two numbers are in base 2 and they are adding up. Add them up using a combination of the product rule and then also use the identity rule and the power rule to simplify to get a final answer. In the next video, we are going to be doing the last rule of logarithm. See you in the next video.